Let's take a ride. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. We're gonna make it happen. Let's take a ride and spend the day in the countryside.
Welcome, everyone, to Season 7, Episode 5 of Kicks at the Castle. This is a podcast by three sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say, to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name's John. I'll be your host. I'm joined, as always, by my man, Matt.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
Ruby is off this week down in Orlando, so we got a couple of pinch hitters sitting in. First up, welcome, Griff.
What's up?
And we also have Junior. Junior, thanks for joining us.
What's up, fellas? Good to be here.
Oh, man. Glad you could make it. We got a great show planned for this week. We're going to catch up with some news items. Got our Fit of the Week feature. This week in World vs. Land, we're going to talk about staying outside the Disney bubble. Matt has got the plant-based option of the week, and we're going to catch up with some recent trips on properties and jump into the DMs. But first, as always, let's jump into pickups.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes.
Junior, what have you been copping? What do you got?
Man, I grabbed my two latest pickups. So actually, let me start with an alley-oop I had for my Castle Fitness buddy Adrian. His son might have been the only one that, well, besides Ken, who hit on the Balvins this weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we got
baby Balvins.
I'm just glad some people hit. Like,
I was surprised,
you know, it's
man.
a rough day when,
I thought this
no
would
one
have been an
hits.
easy.
I thought we would have done better as a group.
Definitely.
You know, it was what? Oh, look at those. Those look good.
Those are adorable.
Yeah. So what we got? John Von Sweet's got a pair. Ken got a pair. Petey got a pair. So no, that's pretty light. That's a pretty light group for as many people that were going for him. Although I know Ken got an extra pair and is doing an assist. I can't remember who he's assisting. I think it was
You said
small.
Steph?
Is it Steph? I was thinking
Yeah,
Steph.
stuff
Yeah.
So we got a few pairs floating around, and who knows? There might be more joining in the weeks to come.
with some rage cops.
Rage cops. I did not do it. I thought about it. I was looking at it. And I just, you know what? I am
Price
not
will
that.
go down.
Well, that's just it.
How
I'm
much
not
are
at that point in my life where I'm willing to spend $500 on a shoe right now. You know, it's just, I was looking at, I mean, the day before the drop, they were $370.
Yeah.
You know, they went up, they bumped at least $100 after drop day, and they've notched down about $30. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, those things were steep to buy though. They were $250 plus if you got them on Alvin's site, it was $25 shipping plus tax. I mean, you're what, $280 something into them probably.
Yeah.
If you Balvin's, I mean, even at Nike, you're $260, and then you think about what the fees are on StockX. I mean, you probably lose money if you sell them for $300. You know.
Yeah.
And so the majority of the ones for my size I've seen have been up to like 400, 500. So I'm not surprised at all, though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. See that. What else you got? You got anything for yourself?
Yeah, I got these, and forgive me, I don't know what these are called, but they're the two lows. I don't know if you can see them. They're like a seersucker.
Oh, that's a collab, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Atmosphere, white, photon dust, and pale vanilla.
Yep, atmosphere white. Yeah, that sounds right.
So they're $150. They've got them size 8 through 13. So sorry, Griff, you're out of it. None for you.
I think I saw them in my size, but they're definitely probably sold out by now.
And then then I got these right here. I'm a big 12s guy.
Jordan 12 was that court? Do they call that court purple?
Yeah, this is the that might be the court purples. Yeah, they are definitely like Ravens colors because they got the gold up here. Yeah, but that leather is that's plush right there.
Ooh,
Those look good.
Yeah,
I feel like those are pretty decently sitting on sneakers too.
they are. I think they might be under retail right now.
The 12s aren't hype. I mean, I thought that I saw playoff 12s are still rolling around, aren't they?
You can get them for about retail right now.
I mean, for me, the only 12s I like are the flu games.
I was gonna
Or
say that's
red.
probably the only ones that are known are probably the flu games or the.
Yeah.
That's not the indigos. What's the other one that's like that? It's the same colorway but like flipped.
Oh,
French blues.
French
blues.
Yeah.
Well, how about you, Griff? What have you been picking up?
Since the last time I was on, I have gone absolutely crazy with shoe pickups. I am looking next to me, and there's just a stack of shoes. And with the newest, I want to start off with shirts then. So picked up the Uniglow and Cause collab shirt.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
It was honestly, I thought it was gonna be a lot more painful to cop. It was kind of weird because the site was pretty weird the day of drop, but I got it relatively easy as soon as like the site opened up. So, and the other cop I got same day was the MF Doom Supreme shirt.
Okay.
Nice.
Same thing. I thought it was gonna be a little bit harder, but it was actually pretty easy. And also, it is the first Supreme shirt I've ever gotten. I've never gotten a Supreme before. It's only probably just because they just recently started buying or making 2Xs, so that's probably why. But what else? And then, but the newest pickup I've gotten was these right here. Worn a couple times already, but the Sulfur 990 V6s.
They look like the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's
Team
they're good colorway because I can wear them for Packers, Bucks, and USF games. So they're kind of a good colorway for all of them. I really like them a lot.
Good for you, man. That's good for you. Not for me, but good for you.
Yeah.
How lucky are you to have all your teams green?
Hey, it's very nice that all of them. Well,
he's currently looking for a green hawk. What are you, like a North Stars fan?
No, I'm a Lightning fan. I could be technically a Wild fan, but no, I'm not going to be anything with Minnesota. Fuck that.
But wait, wasn't it originally the Minnesota North Stars and then they moved to Dallas?
Yes, North Stars were originally Minnesota, then they moved to Dallas.
And
right now it's currently
team with the Wild.
Yep. It's either, and with Wisconsin, there's two markets. You either get stuck with the Blackhawk, and I'm never going to cheer for a Chicago team, or you get stuck with the Wild, and I'm never going to cheer for a Minnesota team. So I just said, screw it, I'm just going to become a Lightning fan. And it was before they won the chip, so
Allegedly.
my second pickup, that was the most recent.
Oh, God.
Everyone clowned on them. Everyone clowned on them. I got them on StockX a couple days after they dropped. They are so cool in person. They're just so clean. Like the colors just like work perfectly together. And then also, you probably can't see it, but we have the little, oh God, this is terrible.
You're making me nauseous, dude. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
The little snow globe right there with the little banana in it. Such a dope pair in person. I absolutely love them. The box is really cool too. It looks like a shipping crate with bananas, a bunch of cool stickers on there for Mine too. So I love them. I'm happy I got these. The
old banana in the tailpipes. Yep.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Then the ones after that, I feel like John will appreciate a little bit more.
I appreciate the first pair.
The Palomino 3s.
Nice.
I like
the Orwood brown. Yeah, that's an easy pair to wear. There's so many things you can wear that with.
Yeah. I wore them. I went to SZA this last weekend, and I wore them to a concert because I got a shirt off of Etsy that matches it perfectly. As soon as I saw the Palominos, I'm like, I need a brown shirt, and I'm going to wear them to SZA. And I just absolutely love them. They're such a good wear. And also, like, not a lot of people have them, which I think is pretty surprising because they're so...
Actually, you know what? I've seen them at least once in the parks every time I've gone. I've seen somebody wearing them. So they're out there. They're out there.
The last pickup after that, again, has had a couple wears, but the UNC toe ones, absolutely love them. I wore them actually meet up with John. Yeah, when we met up at Epcot, I wore these.
Yep, we got a picture. Yep, I was wearing the black toe lows, and you were wearing those.
Yep.
Still haven't even worn mine. Still in the box.
Such a nice colorway.
We dropped today on the Jordan.
Yeah,
Reserve.
I saw that.
I tried getting the Palomino ones and missed on those again.
I tried getting the Palomino ones for Ruby, and I was not successful.
I tried getting them when they first came out a couple weeks ago, and for some reason, my credit card rejected it as a purchase. So I hit on them, but then I got a notification, your card is declined. Don't know why.
That's weird.
So, and then I tried getting them again today. I missed. So I Chicago Bears double doinked it. So good times. But and then the other one of the last two ones is
you know what? It wouldn't be Big Drip Griff on the pod
without the foam posit.
It didn't have a foam posit to show us. So
one of the greatest shoes ever made.
That is a tank.
That is a gigantic shoe. Are those heavy?
I'm trying to. I mean, They're foam, so they're not too bad. I mean, I think they get a really bad rap of like not being comfortable at the park at all. I've worn them a couple times, like just like foams in general to the park, and I've always enjoyed them. I think they're
I don't know,
very
do your
good
feet
shoe.
sweat? Is there enough ventilation in those things?
My feet sweat no matter what I wear. I could wear a pair of random mesh shoes and they would be still sweating. So I just have sweaty feet, so it doesn't matter. But honestly, I love these. Their quality on these is crazy. The nice tumbled leather on the inlet here, the eyelets, so clean. And like the red is such a perfect color too. And then lastly, I've actually had these for a minute now, and I've been using them as a work shoe because they're very dad shoe like, and also they're Gore-Tex 2002R. That
looks like a beard gun shoe.
Yeah, I know. It definitely is a beard gun shoe.
Just a gray piece of shit.
Honestly, I just been using them every single day as a work beater because no one says anything about them. Like they all think they're like, oh, it's a professional dad shoe because it's gray and they're comfy and they're Gore-Tex. So I don't worry about rain in Florida. So absolutely loving them. But besides that, that's all I've gotten. I'm trying to go for, like I said, I went for the Palominos. I went for the 960 Whitaker groups, the missing piece ones. There's two of them that dropped on Ama Meniere and all the families of that, the Whitaker family of shops. I tried going for those today. Didn't hit on those. Mel did, but I think she might fit in the wrong size. So she went for a 9.5 in men instead of a 9.5 in women's. So we'll see what she ended up with. So yeah, that's all pickups I got.
Nice. How about you, Matt? You get anything this week?
All right. So I am out of the drought, guys. I'm out of the drought. No sneaker related stuff, but so I did go to the marketplace. However, I mean, they didn't really have that much stuff because I literally went on the last day. Got out to my schedule, but I picked up a whole bunch of stuff for my nephew. Like there was like a Spider-Man bag, and then I picked up a few shirts for him. I picked up some Spirit jerseys for Emily too. I would show those, but I already shipped out the stuff for my nephew. And then I picked up this Black Panther water bottle. I mean, a lot of the stuff was like dirt cheap. Like this was like, I think it was like under like $5. Like it's not like the cheap like plastic water bottles, like one of those where it like keeps it insulated and stuff. And then I did pick up this Thor tee. Now I don't really buy Disney merch like that, but I thought this one was really cool. All over print, Thor.
Worthy. You're worthy.
Yeah. Yep. And I thought it was pretty dope. Actually, now looking at it, it looks like it might glow in the dark, but I'll test that out later.
Wear that with those UNC toes.
You know what? I was like looking. I was like, what do I have that I could wear with these? And yeah, damn, there you go.
Your fits make themselves.
Thank you. And also, dang, I was supposed to say this first, but new Kings of the Castle, Skelly T. By the time this episode is already out, pre-order is already done. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's copped already. But yeah, hopefully these will be shipped out by next Friday. And lastly, this is not Disney or sneaker related, but this is the first time I ever tried this. I copped this today because I wanted to join the cool dads in the Discord. So I picked up the Dr. Pepper. I've never had this before. So if you guys should I do a taste test? Yours right now, Griffin?
Live taste.
Live taste test. Oh hell yeah!
Oh man,
yeah.
That's a good soda. That's a good soda.
I don't know. You guys always talk about this, so I was like, what? I'm gonna try it.
Is it warm?
No, it's cold. I was in the refrigerator all day. No. I can't drink cold. I can't drink warm soda. So. But all right.
Okay, Matt. Are those the baby cans, or are your hands that small?
It is. It is a mini can. But all right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Slam it.
All right. I see the hype.
All right, there you go.
I mean, it's pretty close to a regular Dr. Pepper. I see the hype now.
It's better than a regular Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Well, I got one thing. I posted in my story 2 weeks ago the Lubo Rama shirt, and I went back last weekend and had to grab that. So I just thought that this was very saucy for Disney merch. Got the Lubo Rama. I also picked up the Jason Mark suede cleaning kit, which is just like a suede eraser and a brush because I had some suede shoes that needed a little love. Anyway, so that's pickups sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper.
There we go.
Cue the little sweet tag right there.
Also relevant to today's news, another pickup. The Bucks picking up Damian Lillard.
I saw that.
Ergo, Bucks Bucks, yeah.
All right, well, let's jump into Newsies.
Newsies.
We got a few things to cover. Salehi Bembury and the New Balance 1906 collab. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up. Not his best, but I like.
All right. I mean, I'm not feeling them, but I know you guys. I know everybody's all about the New Balance, so I gotta give the people what they want. So I'm just not thrilled with the colors. I honestly the profile of the shoe is all right. What is that, like aqua and orange with red? I mean, it's
The Nemo shoe.
Yeah, actually it is.
That's crazy.
Actually, it is.
I like them. I think that like you said, the color scheme's a little bit weird. I think I showed them to Mel, and she was like, they look like a fruit snack, is what she said. But like a fruit gusher almost. But like I like them, but I also agree. I think that it's not his best collab that he's had with New Balance so far, but I definitely will try and miss for them. So try and miss for them.
All right. Well, another New Balance collab. We got Stone Island and the 991 V2. Smash or pass?
Smash, but I'm probably gonna pass. Like I mean, I like the all black. I actually like this this model 991, but yeah, these are probably gonna be like 220, and yeah, I can't see myself paying that much for a New Balance.
I was gonna say, do they charge more because of the Stone Island?
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
So it's more than a regular 991 would be.
Yeah.
To me, it's just an ugly shoe like that. Like I think at least the Soleil, he had some character. This one's got nothing that appeals to me at all.
I like it better.
Shocker, I know.
They look better than the fuel cells. They got the Stone Island New Balance fuel cells. I think Adrian was wearing them last week. The red, gray ones, and those are a little more high key. These are low key. I like them, but like Matt said, 220 or more. I can't see myself paying that for those.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be like that because the 990 V1 made in UK is like 260. So I'm not gonna be surprised they're gonna be around that. They're probably gonna be around 220, 230.
I just feel like that Stone Island's always expensive, right?
Oh yeah, Stone Island is like fear of God prices. Like the regular tees and stuff like that. Them shits are expensive.
But you can catch good sales online on this.
That's true. Yeah.
They usually throw a lot of sales.
Okay.
Because I sold it, but I had the Supreme Stone Island, and that was like I think retail like 150, something like that.
It just gives dad shoe like the most like suppressed version of a dad shoe. Like if I wore these to work, no one even bat their eye. Like a professional work setting, no one even cares. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That plays.
I know, but who wants to spend $300 on a pair of shoes to have nobody notice?
Yeah.
So unless you were living under a rock this weekend, Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game, and they showed her walking out, and Tay was rocking some NB 550s. I got an email from New Balance yesterday that they were redropping the red and white pair, and I had said something to my daughter later in the day. I was just like, "Did you get me a pair?" I clicked on it there. Those things are fucking long gone. So not only is Taylor moving Travis Kelce jersey, she's moving New Balance shoes. So yeah, what can't she sell? We need to get Tay one of those Kicks with the Castles Halloween tees. See if she'll wear it. Get those sold out.
Hey, Taylor's manager, hit me up. I got you.
Product placement. So I know all the 17-year-old girls in the Discord that have the white and red balances were excited to see Taylor as one of them.
The social media intern going crazy with them right now. Taylor Swift and the 550s.
Yeah, that's too good. Anyway, let's get into some Disney. Rogers the Musical to return to DCA. So the last show ran a couple weeks ago, and they're saying that's going to be back next year. It took I guess. So for Oogie Boogie Bash, they're using the area outside the Hyperion as the Dela Cruz. What's his name? I can't even remember the villain from Coco.
Ernesto.
Ernesto.
Yeah.
Dela Cruz. Yeah. So that's his tree trail, and I guess they're thinking it's too much work to have the queue going through there with that stuff set up, so they're letting it They're letting the Hyperion be empty for the holidays. I think that they're missing out. I think that they should put a Christmas, like a Halloween show in there for Halloween time. I mean, how hard would it be to put together a 20-minute whatever spooky kind of a thing? And then at Christmas, I mean, geez, you could just have characters singing Christmas carols. I don't know. I feel like we are really laxed in the live entertainment. So I'm glad that they're going to bring the show back, because that's the one thing that Disneyland in DCA Disneyland is missing, is the live entertainment.
They can even just do like a Nightmare Before Christmas, like a 20-minute like synopsis of the story, and just do like, you could have it run from Halloween to end of Christmas, like they do for that.
Like, yes, bookend it with a couple songs, and people would be freaking going nuts for that. So I did see Rogers the Musical. It was really good. I wanted to see it again. Like, I just kind of squeezed it in, and I ended up sitting on the mezzanine, and I'm like, oh, I want to see it again with better seats. And I just, the one time Phil and I were going over, the girls were going to go do some shopping, and Phil and I were going to catch the show, and they were having technical problems, and so they canceled the show we were going to go catch. So was not able to get it the second time. Anyway, also hot and heavy in the Discord is the new Lorcana thread that we have. The next, I don't even know what it is. The next generation, the round 2, whatever. November 17th, the next set of cards are going to be released. And I could tell you, I tried to get into Lorcana. The first series of cards, you cannot find them anywhere. They do not exist in the world. So,
yeah, I went to Target today. I was like on the way out, and then I was like, oh, the cards, and I passed the card section. I was like, oh, let me just see. And I was like, nah, nothing.
Yeah. What's funny is, like, I don't even know how, I'm sure I guess they just licensed that to Ravensburger, like, because it's Ravensburgers that got the game.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming Disney got to be making money on that. But
I think the craziest thing to me is that Matt will probably know about this. Maybe Junior and John, you might. But back when, before the pandemic, Disney had this thing called Sorcerers of the Kingdom, and it was at Magic Kingdom. It was a trading card game that you could get cards for. They hand out special cards for all different like holidays. You could go get a different pack every time you went in, and it feels like it's like the same vein as that, except it doesn't really have that interactivity with the parks, which makes sense. But like, as soon as I saw the cards, they all look like what those were, and I think that's just crazy that they're just like basically retired. I know
Hermit Kicks could set us straight on that, because he's all dialed in on it. But I don't know. What's funny is like I said, I kind of want to get into it just for the aspect of collecting the cards, not really to play the game. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't know if I need another hobby. I just don't know if I need something else expensive to spend money on. I feel like that's a recipe for disaster for me, because I get into that shit. I don't know. I've looked at it. I just did not pull the trigger on it. Are any of you guys interested in doing it?
Maybe not as far as like playing the game. Maybe more of like collecting.
Yeah, I think I'll try to buy a couple packs if I can find them. I'll buy a few packs, but I don't think I'm going to go crazy trying to chase that stuff down. And then, honestly, if I get anything of value, whatever, if Jimmy or one of the other players, if I get something awesome, I'll probably just send it on to them if they're playing, because I think some of them are actually doing tournaments. So let's jump into fit of the week.
Call this fit hell back, because this fit's stupid, like dumb.
Every week we picked a post where we were tagged, or the hashtag Kicks at the Castle was used. And this week we've got Nakanari. He's in the France pavilion with the off-white out of office model in a white and gray colorway, and he's got the Disney 100 by H&M collection. Is that like a onesie? What is going on there? Is that shorts and a shirt, or is that like? I
think it is shorts and a shirt.
Okay, because it looks like he's wearing a jumper, and I didn't know. I mean, that could be a thing. You guys are checking really close now.
No, I think it's a two-piece.
You think it's a two-piece? All right.
It kind of looked like one, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna apologize to Nakanari for saying he was wearing a onesie.
I wish I could dress half as good as Nakanari. Like, honestly,
please. And the other thing is that he looks good in everything.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like if I wanted to try to like wear some of that stuff, I would just look so stupid. But he just makes it look so effortless. It's so crazy.
Yeah, Nakanari be getting fits off, man. And that, I think it's a Burberry side bag he's got on right there. That thing is nice.
Yeah,
like it's like a little pencil looking bag. I like it.
Oh yeah, it is Burberry. Yeah.
Okay, I looked at it. It is online. It is definitely two-piece. Oh wait, no, that's the pajamas. Wait, is he wearing pajamas?
Is he wearing pajamas?
Pajamas? They call it the relaxed fit pajama shirt and shorts. So he's wearing pajamas.
Steve, like I said, you can wear anything. He just absolutely kills it.
Look good. Dude, they got a skate deck. Matt, did you see the skate deck?
At H&M?
Yeah. Anyway, great job, Nakanari. If you would like to be featured, tag us in your fit pics or use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle when you are in park or not. And now it is time for Land versus World.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Each week, we pick a landmark or an aspect of Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort, and we decide which park has it better. And this week, I want to discuss staying outside the bubble because I've done it both places, but I did it this weekend. I actually stayed in Anaheim. Went to the Ed Sheeran played 2 shows in LA. He played the Shrine Auditorium Friday night, which is a very small venue. Then he played SoFi Stadium on Saturday. I went up Friday and saw him play at the Shrine. It was an awesome show. Got a hotel, stayed at the one I always stay at right by Disneyland. So we actually checked in Friday and we walked over to the Cheesecake Factory, which, if people who are familiar with the area, is like a block. And dude, the amount of homeless people I encountered in that short little walk was nuts. Like to the extent where like I'm walking up on somebody and my wife's on this side and I pull her to the other side so that I'm where the sketchy dude is. Like and that's just like that. It's kind of like Anaheim is a nice area, but it's also kind of ghetto right around Disneyland, and you don't have that. Like I mean, Disney World doesn't have like Motel 6 right outside the gates where you can walk in, and it's a weird dynamic, man, at Disneyland. It is super weird. I mean, I'm not going to say Orlando is awesome because I mean, I stayed at a Airbnb, and that was not a place that I'd want to walk around at night in, either. I don't know, man. What I mean, I think what it impresses on me, I mean, is it's so nice to stay in that Disney bubble where you don't have to deal with that stuff. I don't know. Have you guys stayed off property and had any experiences? What would it tell me about it? I mean, I know Junior only stays at deluxe resorts, so.
Yeah, it is different when you stay in the Disney bubble, especially at Disney World, because obviously once you pass those gates, like you are in there, like compared to Disneyland, because I mean Disneyland, like it's a very tiny bubble. But okay, so like the hotels that are not Disney or that are outside Disney bubble here, like we have some really nice hotels. Like we got Four Seasons, we have JW Marriott, even like some of the hotels on I think it's Hotel Boulevard. I like to call it Hotel Row. All the ones right by Disney Springs.
Like I stayed at the Gaylord, which is really close too. Yeah,
Gaylord is really nice too. And like compared to Disneyland, I mean, you guys have, I don't even know what you guys have. I mean, shout out to Howard Johnson.
Doesn't say.
If you guys need a discount code, let me know. But I mean that one's nice, but I mean it's not like deluxe. Like Howard Johnson would probably be like a moderate resort.
Well, the thing about Disneyland is you can't stay at any of the hotels. I think Paradise Pier is $500 a night. It's just nuts how much it costs to stay there. I know, like, I'm looking at staying at spring break next year at Disney World. It's like, I mean, $280, something like that. I mean, it's not ridiculous. I mean, if I could stay on property for $280, I would, because, I stayed at like a courtyard or whatever. And, the price they quote you is like $250, but then it's $28 to park your car. And then the Anaheim city taxes are like $50. I mean, you're at $320 to stay, I mean, but still it's walking distance, you're 3/4 of a mile from the entrance to the gate. I mean, it's still easier to get into the park than it is to get into Magic Kingdom, no matter where you stay. But it's
like back to the Airbnbs. Like, I don't think I would get an Airbnb like around Disneyland. Maybe in Disney World, because I mean, like if you go like behind like Kissimmee area, like where most of the vacation Airbnbs are, like those are pretty nice. But in Anaheim, probably stay in like LA or something.
And I feel like it is also interesting too, just because, I mean, if you look at it from this historical standpoint as well, is that Anaheim was a city before Disneyland that was there. I mean, it definitely helped the economy. Well, it wasn't more of a city than Orlando.
It was orange groves.
More in a city than Orlando. I mean, Orlando was nothing.
I just counted. There are 21 hotels within a mile of Disneyland's entrance. It's just, they're everywhere. and like one of them is like an America's Best Value. I mean, so there's some. I mean, seriously, there's some flea bags for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there are some like really nice like hotels that are like I don't know. For me, like when it comes to like staying at like hotels, I feel like it has to be like, I guess, name brand hotels. Like I'd rather stay at like Holiday Inn rather than, I don't know, like America's Best Inn, or I don't know,
Motel Next Door.
I stay at the Spring Hill Suites because it's new. Like it was built right before COVID. So like I used to stay at the Anaheim Hotel all the time, but that hotel is 50 years old, and like, you know, you go in there and you might get a room where the friggin' AC is clanking all night. Or one time I got a room and I go to leave and the fucking door handle came off of my hand, and you know, I'm not. That is a true story. That is a fucking true story.
So what? They had to like change rooms?
I had to pop the fucking handle back on so that I could get it to catch, so I could rotate to get out of my room.
That's crazy.
It's weird because I feel like there are definitely like a lot of nice areas, like nice hotels that are around Orlando, like especially around Disney World and the Disney World bubble. But of course, like with that, you still have Earl Bronson, which is the street that's just outside of Disney, right. And that's it can be a little sketch on Earl Bronson in some parts. I mean, you have some hotels that are just like my family and I we stay at some like pre-sketch, like there's like a Main Gate Inn or something like that we stayed at, or Ramada that's right there, and those places are their sketch. So like we stay at like somewhere.
And I will say that Orlando's got their fair share of homeless people too, because I know there was a cat. Every time I when I lived in Orlando for a while, every time I left the parks, there was this cat who would stand on the island. It was the same guy every night. He'd have his, house fire, please help, and I'm like, and like every night, like Amy's like, that guy doesn't do anything except for that. But like some days it would like hit me different than others. So some days I'd hand him a 5, and some days I just keep on trucking. But it's funny. So you have the same stuff. And the other thing is that like when I would drive in, I'm driving by Machine Gun America, every day.
Yeah.
And I think that goes into the like kind of like I was saying before about the history, but like Orlando, like that area was just developed to be a giant tourist trap for everything. I mean, there's a reason why like Universal sprung up not relatively soon after, but I mean, there's also I know one in California as well, but just Universal popped up. All these different like little like roadside like parks and stuff popped up too. I mean, you have what's the one that's in Kissimmee? It's like an old town, Matt.
I wouldn't say like a theme park. I mean, it's just they have like amusement rides.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like
Old Town.
It's like that, like like it's like made to like kind of be like a tourist trap, and like you said, like the Machine Gun World as well. It's just all made to just draw people in, and I feel like with that comes like the like weird roadside stuff, but also comes with it too, like the really nice hotels that are around the area too, because Disney brings in like that stuff as well. So it's like a weird 50-50 in Orlando, and I don't it's interesting.
I think you're right. I think the same thing happened in Anaheim. Like, it was orange groves when Walt got the land, and Disneyland came first. But I think the freeway was already there, so like the access was already established. But I think that all the flea bags popped up around it. I mean, obviously, again, Walt had needed money, right? He didn't. I think he budgeted $10 million for Disneyland, and they went like, I think it was closer to 20. But he didn't have enough money to buy all the land around it. You got to remember that like California Adventure, the first time I went to Disneyland, we parked on top of California Adventure. That's where we freaking parked. So they, I don't think they had the foresight to know how big it was going to become. And I think that's why the Florida project, it was, let's grab as much land as we can anonymously before people find out and try to buy all the adjacent land. So I would say, here's how I see it. I think that Anaheim is fairly sketchy, but it's super convenient. Like, because like I said, there's so many hotels that are just like a 1 mile walk, or less into the park. And, I mean, that's, like I said, my biggest gripe about Disney World is I hate taking the buses because it's kind of a pain in the ass, and just the ability to just go walk to a park is fantastic. But no matter what hotel you stay to out of the Disney bubble at Disney World, you've got to bus in, right? You're either Ubering in or you're busing in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, I can't attest to how sketchy Orlando is, but I feel like there's some pretty sketchy. I don't think, is there any nice parts of Orlando?
Oh yeah.
Like
if you go to if you go to the north of Disney, like Windermere, Winter Garden,
or like all behind
so there's nice
West.
parts of Anaheim too. So, but I think it's like you were saying, it's very touristy trappy right outside the parks.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like kind of a wash, but like I said, I just, I mean, like we got homeless people sleeping in bus stops and all kinds of stuff. And this is families walking. That's the beginning of your Disney experience, is walking past, a hobo sleeping on a park bench, at a bus stop. It doesn't get any more magical than that. All right. I don't know. Was it a wash? I don't know. I don't know if it's a wash, but it's an interesting conversation because, like I said, I won't ever spend the money to stay at the Disneyland Hotel. So I'm gonna be that outside the bubble guy when I'm in Anaheim. But like I said, I enjoy being in the bubble when I'm on vacation at Disney World. It's really nice. All right, well, let's catch up with some recent trips on property with Trips and Drips. Let's go with Junior. How long has it been since you were there?
I was there in June.
You've been since your Cowboys got decimated while you were there, right?
No, I was there in January. That's when they got decimated.
Yeah. So that wasn't your last trip, right?
No. I went back in June. I was there in June, and it was hot as shit.
Get that.
The good news was the Cowboys weren't playing, so you have to worry.
No, they weren't playing.
Better trip.
The Heat was playing that day. Yeah. Yeah, I was there in June. I did a quick weekend trip, Friday to Sunday. As soon as I touched down, I always take the flight, like it's the 6 a.m. flight. So I'm in Orlando by 9 a.m.
The way to do it.
Then I go drop off my stuff at the front desk. I stayed at, Boardwalk. So I dropped off my stuff at the front desk, got my tickets, hit the parks. Just, we were over there. So that Friday, when we got a room like around, say like 2 o'clock, they hit me up with, hey, your room's ready. Went back, put all our stuff away, took a quick nap because I had been up all night. Like usually the day before I go to Disney, I can't sleep. So I try to catch some sleep in the plane, and then I'm running on fumes in the morning. So I get back to the hotel, sleep, and then 2 hours later I'm back in the park. So that was Friday. Got to see Happily Ever After for the first time since they brought it back after the 50th. That was awesome. Tier works for me. I'm a fireworks guy. And then that Saturday, I got up real early because we were gonna hit all 4 parks in one day. So since we were at Boardwalk, we walked to Epcot. Got there I think they let us in around 8:15, something like that. And then we had to wait to park hop. So from there we went to Hollywood Studios, took the Skyliner over there, and then met up with some people. Probably hit, what did I hit? I hit Tower of Terror. I think we did one ride. We want to get one ride at every park so that we could say we did one ride at every park in one day. So we did that. Then we went to Animal Kingdom. Usually that one was scaring me because it takes forever to get there, like from anywhere in the Disney bubble. I feel like you're 30 miles away from Animal Kingdom, like unless you're staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So we went to Animal Kingdom, and I was supposed to meet up with Griff, and Griff's like, hey, I'm here at Magic Kingdom. I'm like, bro, I'm here at the bus, like waiting to get to Magic Kingdom. So it's gonna be about an hour and a half. We're far. Luckily, the bus got there. It was what was it, like 7 p.m.?
Yeah,
it was like around 7. So we got to Magic Kingdom, met up with Griff, and he was right there. It was the first time I seen him in person. I was like, I told my wife, look for the size 15 shoes. Look somewhere around there. They gotta be there.
Look for the guy skiing.
we saw him there, man, and then gave him a big hug. He had my kid loves to collect pins, so he had a pin for my kid. He hit me up earlier that day. He's like, hey, what character is your kid into? I'm like, she loves Stitch, so he gave her a Stitch pin, and she was all about it, man. She was pretty psyched about that, and then we watched the Happily Ever After fireworks again that night. I think that was the first time I seen it like right on Main Street. Because I guess this is the first time they do the projections on the side of Main Street. Mm-hmm. I had never seen it from there. I'm always up front because I like to hit the rides right after the fireworks. That was the first time I seen them on Main Street and the projections, and that was a sick view. That was a sick view. I love that view. I think from now on, I got to do it at least once from there. And then, did we get to ride anything that day? Oh, we rode Haunted Mansion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
and then you got to do the Main Street pick too.
Oh yeah. That's how we ended the night. The night.
The iconic empty Main Street pick.
So what was the shoe rotation?
What was that? I had some New Balances on that day.
Yeah, it was the Bembury's, the 990.
I had the 990 because I was like 4 parks in one day.
So you're a mesh boy. Got it.
I was like, I don't know if I can do it in Jordans, man. I don't know, but I brought those. I know I had to bring like 3 pairs of shoes. I can't really remember what I wore, but yeah, I ended the night there on Main Street with my pose. Said goodbye to Griff. Head back to the boardwalk and got some pizza. I'm not sure what the pizza place is called there. It's right on the boardwalk, but that pizza was slamming.
I was gonna say, I think it's just boardwalk pizza.
Boardwalk pizza.
Yeah,
it was slamming.
You talking pizza, and Griff's got some opinions. They're not right, but he's got opinions.
Have you had boardwalk pizza, Griff?
I have. We used to get that all the time when we were they used to be kind of like our home hotel was there was the boardwalk. We used to be, because my parents are at DVC, so our hotel we'd always would go to is the boardwalk.
Anyway, all right. Well, Griff, man, you live at the park. Well, actually, you don't. The new job's cut back. Yeah, it's cut back on your travels now.
It has. We've been just kind of staying to just going on the weekends now, and even then, it's been a couple weeks.
You need to quit your job.
Hey, honestly, some days, honestly, it's been good, but no, we were going a lot, and then it just kind of slowed down because my old job before that was more flexible with hours, whereas this one's more of like a regular 9 to 5. So. So I've been we've been going usually every Saturday we go, and I think the last time, like I said, was 2 weeks ago. We went to I went Epcot and actually wore the Amine 610s. I wore that Castle shirt. Had to rep at the park. What did we do? We rode Guardians, of course. I think that we got Disco Inferno because that's Mel's favorite song off of Guardians is Disco Inferno. So we rode that, got that.
That's
it's not my favorite, but you know.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, hey, you know, she's entitled to her opinion. That's a hot take, though. I don't know. I don't know anybody else that shares that opinion.
Yeah, no, she's the only one I know who does. But you know, it is what it is. September is probably the best for me, but you know. But yeah, no. So we went there, did that, and then after we did that, we went on. We walked on to Soaring. Soaring said it was gonna be like 45 minutes. We walked onto that. Walked onto the best ride at Living with the Land. Love that ride. Best one at Epcot, I think. And then after we got done with that, we went to World Showcase, and it was actually we rode Figment before the new Figment character meet and greet came, so that was cool to kind of see it shut. I think it was the couple days after they actually stopped the Vanellope meet and greet. Is when we went through that, and then it was kind of weird to see everything shut down. And then the next week was when Figment came out.
So you have not had your picture taken with Figment yet?
I'm not a character person. I just don't. I'm so awkward.
Either.
Like
I need to see if you're bigger than Figment.
Yeah, probably. It depends what underage college student they throw in there. But I don't know. Like I just don't like characters. Like I like to see them, and like as I walk past, I'm like, that's cool. I like to see that. But like going up to meet them, I'm just so awkward. I'm just like, oh yeah.
I don't need to wait in line to see him. I'm with you. I don't need to wait in line to see him.
Like I'm just so awkward because like I know they pantomime and like I just can't get what they're saying sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know, man. What are you telling me? Like just talk to me IRL. It's just we're both adults here. Just drop the act. It's like Guardian or Galaxy's Edge when they're like Bright Suns. I'm like, just tell me how much is Coke Cross and regular speak, please.
Six. That'll be 6 credits.
It's just like my brother in Christ. It's a Coke. Just how much is this?
See, I'm the kind of nerd. I have the gift card, the metal gift card, and
the $100 one.
You know the one that you have to buy in Galaxy's Edge, and I'll like put it down and go, do you take credits here?
We went to World Showcase. We kind of ate all over the place. I had the Fry Shack, I think it's called. What is the Fry booth? It's just where the fries booth is. And
Fry Basket.
Yeah, Fry Basket. The pickle fries, they were good, but the pickles are a little too sour. I feel like they could have used like a better pickle for it, and it probably would have hit a little bit more. Or if they're like the circles instead of the spears, I feel like they would have been better. And then we had the Yuca fries, and Yuca fries were really fucking good. Like that was probably the best Yuca fries I've had. Those. Like they were probably the best Yuca fries I've had in a minute. And there's even like a good Venezuelan place that's right next to us over here in Tampa, and we go there a lot, and these were better than that place. So that was absolutely crazy. But then I had the sushi in Japan. It was the spicy, it's basically like a spicy tuna, I think, or a spicy crab roll. It was good, but it was like $15 for 2 pieces. So I just wanted to try to see how it was, but definitely not worth it. Like it was delicious, but like it's not worth $15 for 2 pieces. And then I had my new favorite thing. I actually tried it for the first time when John was in town. It was the kakagori, which is the ice cone. They're like this the freeze cone, and then it's like whatever flavor you want, and then they drizzle sweetened condensed milk over the top of it. So good. It's so refreshing, so cooling, especially like in the Florida heat. I honestly, if anyone like goes, I would, and you're like getting overheated, I would definitely try it because I had it the day that John was there, and it absolutely cooled me down. And then I had it that night too, and it was really good. And then after that, we just had the Kenyan barbecue rib over at the Outpost, and it was good. I really like that. They changed it from last year though. It used to be like an actual chunk of beef, and now it's just like slices or like little like sirloin tips almost. It was good, but it wasn't the same. But I think that's all it had. Yeah. So we watched the fireworks too. It's been the first time I've seen Epcot Forever since I think it came back, and honestly, Epcot Forever kind of hits, especially like if you grew up with like the old Epcot music, especially.
Is that the one that's got Walt's quotes in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
But honestly, yeah. And then, like I said, the last 2 weeks we've been just busy with just stuff around Tampa, going to USF football games, and then saw SZA this last weekend. So, but yeah, that's it for really Disney. And then, like I said, this weekend we're gonna go. I'm gonna try to hit up Epcot so I can get John his magnet, and then from there, probably Magic. I don't know. I feel like I'm having like a Magic fix of just that or Studios. Those are the like 2 parks I usually always have like a hankering to go do.
Nice.
That's it.
Nice. Now, what about you? Did you get any Disney Hype Feast content this week?
Not yet, but I mean, like I said earlier, I went to the marketplace and today, but tomorrow, as everyone knows, that Ruby's in town, so I'm gonna hit up Epcot, and we don't really have anything planned.
Are you gonna get some dirt wrapped in a leaf tomorrow?
I'm not sure what her plans is. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't really talk about like making reservations or anything like that, but probably just gonna do like food and wine, and yeah, I'd maybe go on Guardians. I should probably text her right now, see if he's gonna wake up early to do the virtual queue. But yeah, that's so tomorrow. Yeah, just gonna meet up with Ruby and see what's up.
Nice. Vibes. So I met up with the homie Phil and Ashley Saturday again. I wore the Jordan 3-quart purples. I hadn't worn those in a while. Shout out to Adrian for his cost per wear spreadsheet, because I looked through there. I'm like, what haven't I worn this year? And then that one was still a 0. So I wore those. So I have a question for the group. When the menu says scrambled eggs, that's plural eggs, right? So
yeah.
we were having, I mentioned that the eggs were a little bit runny last time I was there. And Phil was like, I wonder if they're powdered or like you're not actual real eggs, if there's not like imitation eggs. And so when the waiter came, we're like, hey, can you get a different style egg, or do you have to have the scrambled eggs? And he's like, no, you can get different styles. So we all ordered, actually Amy ordered scrambled eggs, but everybody else, we all ordered them. I think they ordered over easy, I ordered over well. And when we got our plates, we got egg. So how do you feel like with and Amy like had a mound of scrambled eggs that looked like it was 3 eggs, and we each got 1 fucking fried egg. And I'm like, what is this?
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere.
The other thing is that Amy got 2 beautiful pieces of bacon that like it would be like for a commercial shoot, just like the biggest, fullest, fattest pieces of bacon with like 0 fat on them. Phil got 2 pieces of bacon, as in it broke in half and there was 2 pieces. So when you put it together, it was like 1 piece. I got the bacon that was stuck in the pan and they scraped it out, and it was like a wad of bacon parts.
What?
So,
and you guys all ordered the same thing?
We all got the American breakfast, yes. So you know what? I hate to throw shade, but man, that was not the best breakfast I've ever had. It was not as good as my experience last week with it, or the week before.
Were they real like scrambled eggs, or were they like powdered scrambled eggs?
Well, that was the thought is, are these powdered scrambled eggs? So let's get fried eggs, which they were able to make. Obviously, there's no powdered fried eggs, but they only gave us egg. So I feel like, shouldn't they have brought us eggs?
Roll.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't say 2 eggs, which a lot of times you'll see that a 2-egg breakfast.
Right.
That'd be like 2 eggs, 2 bacon, and 2 sausages. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times you get that.
Yeah.
They might just have like a big batch of scrambled eggs, and they're just like, let's get rid of it.
Well, yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. I mean, is it wrong that we kind of felt like we got hosed?
No.
No.
So anyway, so that was the whole thing, and then so again, I bought Genie Plus again, and I didn't even buy it until after we got done eating. So it was like 12 o'clock, and I bought it, and the earliest Haunted Mansion return was 9:40. And I was like, fuck. Oh, I forgot to bring the card. They had these little cards for magic key holders. They're Haunted Mansion like trading cards. Phil and Ashley had to leave, so we walked to the front of the park to get those cards. And while we're doing it, I'm upgrading. I got an 810 Haunted Mansion instead of a 940. And then we got our cards, and we're talking to them, and then I got a 650. Yeah, I'm kind of stoked. And so that we said goodbye to them, and we were like, oh, well, let's go do something. So we decided we'd go ride Mr. Toad while we were waiting to be able to get another lightning lane. While we were in line for Mr. Toad, it was like 1 o'clock, and I pulled a 110 lightning lane for Haunted Mansion. And I was like, now we're fucking talking. And we get over there, and we're in line, and like, well, I wanted to do Roger Rabbit the week before, but it was closed. So I got a Roger Rabbit one, and the same thing. Like it was like, 6 o'clock or whatever. And so we rode Haunted Mansion. We start walking over there. The line for Runaway Railroad was only 30 minutes. We're like, well, let's wait in line because we haven't ridden it in a while. Plus, I needed to get in that show, the pre-show building room, and show Matt what it looked like, because we were trying to decide if it was the same as the one in Florida, which it is not. So the room where they show the pre-show cartoon is not the same in both parks. But while I was doing that, I was able to get a Roger Rabbit for it was actually, as soon as we walked out of that ride, it was our time to go on Roger Rabbit. And it just kept playing out. It worked out really good for me. I got on Buzz after that. I got like 1.6 million, and I was number 9. I was like that. I'm like, I was not happy with, like, I mean, it was a great score, but felt like that could have been like a top 3 kind of a deal. So I was kind of disappointed. At that point, we decided we wanted to hop. So I got a Midway Mania, and we were kind of hungry. So of course, when you're hungry, what do you get? I got a candy corn churro. I had to check that out. It was actually really good. I got quesadilla tacos. Hadn't had those in a while. Always hits the spot. We kind of just posted up at Flo's. Amy got a sandwich there. We got some beers. We just kind of hung out and went over to Midway Mania. And dude, I can't even tell you the last time I rode and I didn't have the highest score in vehicle. Like, you get your scores, and then it goes over to the screen and says, there's the 8 people or the 8 sides, and it says who's got the highest in vehicle. And my gun was way off. It wasn't great. So I had a good score, but not a great score. Highest in vehicle was 622,000.
Highest I was like 520.
And the thing is, I don't normally take a picture of that, so I didn't even have my phone out. And I'm like, all right, I need to investigate. So I knew it wasn't the guy next, because I like, with the people I was filming, like, was that you? And they're like, no, it wasn't me. And so we got out. It was a guy on the other side of them. And he's like, yeah, I ride this like 5 or 6 times every time I come. I do this all the time. I'm like, all right, man, I need to go a couple tips. So he threw down some tips. I'm hoping to be able to apply them. But I will share with you, he said, on the ring toss one, when you've got the aliens that pop up at the side that are worth 5,000, he said you can loop those more than once. He said he typically loops those 5 or 6 times. So he'll get 25 or 30,000 off of that one 5,000 target. So anyway, that was the one nugget. And then I asked him what to do on the shooting gallery scene. So anyway, it was cool to get to talk to him. He was a super cool guy and was happy to share. And I'm like, yeah, I'm still trying to break 300,000. He's like, oh yeah, that's how it started for me. So anyway, just so you know that, like, I actually saw one of those guys that puts up a freaking insane score. Other than that, we went over and we checked out the new Avengers Vault, and my wife said something to me that she hadn't said in quite a while, but she said, I thought it'd be bigger. So man, that place is like, there's so much talk about, oh yeah, I got the new gift shop. Yeah, it's so, I guess they're doing like they do with the lightsabers, that like you can buy the Infinity Gauntlet that you can plug in the Infinity Stones to. So like the gauntlet's like $100, and then you buy the stones in their case, the Tesseract, and it's got the stone, and those are like $50 a piece. And then they got like the little tiny suitcases you can put them all in, like Captain America. I'm like, who the fuck is buying this? Like, who's spending that much money? Who's spending $400 on Tesseracts and Gauntlet? I'm like, what the?
They have it over here too.
Coming soon to a Disney outlet near you. I mean, that's all I could think of.
Like when all that stuff came over here for the first time after Guardians opened, people were going crazy for all that merch, like to buy up all that stuff. Like, because I was there opening day for Guardians, and people were just
they had the gauntlets. they've had those gauntlets forever, Griff, but they've got one now that doesn't have any stones in it. And then you buy these individuals. So that gauntlet's $100 and there are no stones in it. Then you have to spend $300 to buy all the stones to put in it.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of like the kyber crystals for the lightsabers, I think. That's what they're going for.
Yeah.
I mean, Junior probably knows more. You're a lightsaber guy, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, my kid has more lightsabers than I do, but I mean, the kyber crystals are like what, $15 each?
Oh, they're only 15. Okay, no, these.
Yeah.
So it's like you get the Tesseract, and then you open it up, and then there's the Infinity Stone inside of it. But that's like $49.99.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm sure there's people. I'm sure there's a lot of people buying it. So there's a market for everything.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy. Anyway, that was my trip. We had a good time. It was I think I need to lay off Genie Plus. That was 2 weeks in a row. I don't think I bought. I bought Genie Plus when I was in Florida, but California, I don't think I bought it in 6 months. So I need to lay off that shit. It was kind of fun doing some rides. I haven't done very many rides in a while, so it was a good time. Matt, do you have a plant-based option?
Okay, everyone. Sean is about to enjoy the plant-based option of the week.
I had to see it.
See? Yeah, right.
Of the week, for those people who are looking for healthy alternatives, people with food fetishes or whatever other thing we got, eating disorders.
I do. And I guess this could be kind of fetish, but I had to bring on Junior on here because shout out to all my Glizzy Gladiators, because today we're going to Casey's Corner. We got the plant-based slaw dog. It's Chicago style.
I would argue that a real hot dog isn't even meat. I mean, it's I don't know that lips and assholes really count as meat,
So basically the hot dog part is it's a spicy Italian Beyond sausage. I guess they don't advertise that.
Me. You've already lost me.
But I don't know. I was on Vegan Disney Instagram and
Vegan Disney.
And I
had to fucking do that to me. Like a shit came out my nose. Why is there a Vegan Disney Instagram? Why the fuck are you on that? You gotta be kidding me.
I had to get some content for the segment, okay?
He's like, we're running desperate.
Vegan Disney Instagram.
That's gonna be the highlight reel. That's gonna be
just all but dying over vegan Disney.
Nose is burning. Fucking vegan.
Okay.
I'm appalled.
I just looked it up. They got 37,000 followers. So
yeah, man. Well, anyway, so you got the spicy Italian Beyond sausage, and then on top you got the diced tomatoes, onion, relish, mustard. So I mean, normally on my hot dog, that's what I get. I mean, I know it's spicy, but I mean, I'm with it. I'm down to try it. I might have to do a review on the Disney Hype Feast, but Junior Man, the Discord Glizzy God, is this a gas or pass for you?
Gas. I'll eat it.
What?
I'd eat it. I'd try it.
I'll try anything once.
I mean, like you said, mechanically separated animal parts and mechanically separated vegetables. What could go wrong? I might try. I mean, I tried that. What was that one hot dog they had at the Casey's Corner with like strawberry jam? And
that was a 50th.
The 50th,
yeah.
Yeah.
I had that.
So anyway, all right, Matt. Thank you for that wonderful plant-based option. I can't wait to get out there to Casey's Corner and not get that. Anyway, as promised, this week we're going to do a quick Kicks to the Castle Fantasy Football recap. Vicky's dream team, managed by Richard Rivera, is undefeated at the top of the table. And in the basement is Daddy Chill, 0-3 and not looking real good. So Ken's got work to do. And the marquee matchup of the week is Air Jordan Love versus Too Many Park Days. So hey, Griff and I are going at it this week. And what's funny is I wasn't going to say anything about Eagles fans. So I don't know if anybody's been watching the last 2 weeks when the Eagles have been on like standalone games. And so there's a lot of talking back and forth about what is elite. And I'm like, I'm not going to talk about that. And I go, you know what? I can actually talk and they can't interrupt me. So I am going to talk about elite. So I want to make it clear. No one ever said the Eagles are trash. No one ever says Jalen Hurts trash. The Eagles probably have the best roster top to bottom. They are a superior team, and their quarterback is good. And every show you listen to, they say how Jalen Hurts is not playing up to his potential. And that's all we're saying. He is not playing elite. He's playing okay. He's game managing. Right now, Geno Smith has better stats than Jalen Hurts. No one's saying that Geno is elite. So Jalen has the potential. But no one says he's trash. But those Eagles fans, they're so sensitive. They got thin, paper thin skin. You put a point at your Cowboys card. So anyway, and the puts on the Packers. Yeah,
and we're talking elite, and they're Jordan Love.
I think I said something about it elite, or I can't even remember what the hell. No, you know what it was? It was that one interception that he threw at the 1 yard line or something, and like I think James like, there's nothing he could have done. I'm like, really? Could have thrown at somebody who wasn't double covered. Could have put it where only the receiver could get it. There's something he could have done. And I think somebody said, well, you should suit up and play. I'm like, I never said I was a quarterback. Just saying that there was something he could have done to say that, anyway. All right, I'm done with bashing the Eagles because Eagles are a good team. I think most people favor them to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's either going to be them or the Niners. That's right. I mean, I'm just saying most people pick that. So I got Griff and Junior disagreeing with me. So Cowboys, Packers is the NFC Championship game. Is that what you guys are predicting?
I'm on a week-to-week basis with my team.
You're on life support. Hey. Here's the other thing. I'm rooting for the Steelers, and I don't have any illusions of grandeur. I'm not going to claim that Kenny Pickett's elite, although he's got more passing yards than Jalen Hurts. But that's fact.
If we're looking at stats too, Jordan Love has more stats than anyone else in the quarterback, and it's in the NFL right now. So
yeah.
But Saints fans are like, Derek Carr is better.
No, Derek Carr's not better. Derek Carr's trash. Derek Carr's trash. I'll go out on a limb and say Derek Carr's trash.
But hey, it's okay. We had Favre to Rodgers, and now Rodgers to Love. Just 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row.
I think Love is playing surprisingly well. I mean, I think people thought he was going to have a bigger learning curve. I mean, obviously we're only 3 games in. We'll see what happens. Anyway, not a football podcast, but I want to take a few minutes to talk about the fantasy leagues. I think it's really fun that we're all able to do this and have a good time with it. So hopefully there's no hurt feelings. And if there is,
it's football.
All right. Well, I think we should wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank Junior and Griff for joining us this week. Really appreciate you guys taking some time out for us.
Thanks for having me.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review for us. Check out the YouTube. Join us in Discord. I don't know, you guys. I feel like it hasn't been quite as spicy lately. I don't know. Feels a little down, but maybe it's because of the
Sean's been posting some cringy stuff in there, man. Like
the gifts are horrendous,
dude. I'm about to ban him, man.
So anyway, we are Kicks at the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us or use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle in your Disney Fit Picks. Griff, how can the listeners connect with you?
You can find me at big_drip_griff on Insta.
And Junior, how can the listeners find you?
Real Monster on Instagram. That's it.
All right, well, my name's John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. You can find Ruby on Instagram at ROOBSS. And Matt, how can listeners hit you up?
You can find me on Instagram at the Disney Hype Beast or the Disney Hype Beast.
All right, well, that's it. We are Kicks at the Castle. This was season 7, episode 5, and we are out. Peace. And I don't know how to stop recording because Ruby's not here.
Let's take a ride. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how.